Hello and welcome to Two Wheel Lifestyle, where today I am beginning my bicycle tour of Northern California. I'm starting here in the cute little coastal village of Eureka, headed south into the Redwood forests, and then along the California coast, finally crossing the Golden Gate Bridge into San Francisco and finishing up with a ferry ride over to Oakland. Now here in Eureka, I'm not taking the direct route through town. I'm cutting off to the side to take the Waterfront Trail, which is a dedicated bicycle pedestrian path. I hope you can excuse the water drops on the lens of the camera. It's a misty morning. It's not even drizzly, but this is a very common condition around here, and I kind of like the effect it has. It doesn't make things look that terrible, and it lets you know what kind of conditions there are along the trail at this time. Now, the trail is a really well-made trail, if you ask me. It follows along the coast, gives you a great view of the coastal wetlands and marshes and slough, as it's called, as you ride. And to keep you separated from those kinds of terrain and to protect everything, there's a lot of these metal bridges. They've got a nice texture to them. They're very smooth. I think they're designed for safety, so that even though they're metal, they're not slippery in the often wet conditions around here. And you can see the trail takes us under the freeway, avoids traffic intersections as well. Also, another thing I like about this trail is, as you see on the left, there's a target there. This is not just a recreational trail, but this is a transportation trail, as I would call it. Meaning you can use this trail to ride your bike to get errands done and maybe eliminate some trips in the car. So I like to make that distinction with bicycles. There's transportation and there's recreation, and this is a trail that helps with both. Along the side of the trail, there are a lot of these places to stop and read sort of a nature trail sign that will tell you a little bit about the environment that you're in, which is interesting. This old bridge here is part of a rail system that's not used anymore as far as I know. A lot of the coastal areas along here have rail that was used for logging. I think it's disused now, but there is talk amongst the locals that I was talking to that said they wanted to get this going again, maybe for Amtrak, to bring tourists. In this area, they've left some buildings sort of to decay. When I swing my view that way, you can see them, older barns or warehouses, and they've just let them sit there unimproved and breaking down, which it tells you how the environment affects buildings around here. And there's history in that as well. So I'm glad they left those as part of the scenery and the ambiance in the area. So a little farther down the trail, I exit the trail and head up to see the Carson Mansion, or sometimes it's called the Eureka Mansion. It's the biggest Victorian building in the area. This area is full of Victorian architecture. If you love Victorian architecture, this is a great place to go have a look at some. In fact, while I was here, there were professional photographers set up to take pictures of these buildings. They're very photogenic. It's a glorious big building. It's a private club. You have to be a member of the club to go inside. And you might think, well, that's terrible. I mean, it's not open to the public. But my guess is that if it was open to the public, it might not be able to be kept in such a good shape as it is when it's private. So if you like the idea of the building still being around, being private might not be the worst thing. After seeing the mansion, I continued on the bike trail, made my way to Old Town, which is a beautiful cluster of more Victorian buildings that are serving as businesses and got a lot of great shops and places to eat. It was early in the morning, so I wanted a breakfast, and I stopped at the Green Lily, which you can see here on the left, in an unassuming building. I wanted a full breakfast, so I chose them. It was Saturday morning, they were doing brunch. They were doing a very fancy breakfast. I just wanted a 2-egg breakfast. That was available on the menu. It was great. If you're not looking for quite so much to eat, Ramon's, also on the left here, is a great place to stop. The bakery, coffee shop, it's open early in the morning. One of the nice things about cycling is you can eat more. I actually wanted to get more calories, so I stopped and had a full breakfast. So here I am making my way out of town. The bike lane continued on again after that, and you can see more of the beautiful stream crossings and everything that's part of this bike trail. It takes you finally out of Eureka and on the Pacific Coast route, and making my way to the Redwood area. So until next time, I will see you all out there. on two wheels.